So welcome to our 9th video of Dragon Age Origins. At this point we are moving up to the next level in our mage tower, where we're going to encounter a desire demon as well as a sloth demon, in addition to some other crap. So our first desire demon is right through this door. You can see her all the way at the back. She's the purple floaty. One of the cool things that you can do with your Mambari is you can actually have them clean the blood off of you, which is also kind of weird if you think about it, but the next time that we look at ourselves, as you can see, the blood is gone. You can also ask him if he sees anything interesting, and he will run off and occasionally bring you gifts. This time he comes up empty. Up ahead is our first big in-game encounter with a desire demon.
Yes, my lord. What are we having tonight?
Roast pork. Your food. And candied yams. Meal sumptuous.
You spoil me, my sweet. How fare our children at their lessons?
You should ask them yourself.
What have you learned, my son?
Mother has me practicing my penmanship. She raps me on the knuckles if my letters are not formed.
Yes, it is important for a young man to be able to write. And what about you, my dearest Lisa?
Mother is teaching me to play the harp. And I help with supper.
Well, it is delicious. Thank you.
Isn't this wonderful, husband? Isn't our life perfect?
Yes, it is all perfect.
Everything is just as you wanted, my knight. Our love and our family is more than you hoped for.
Do you hear something, love?
It is nothing, my darling. Just the door. I will get it. The children have finished supper. Tuck them into bed while I see who it is.
Don't be long. The children will want to kiss you goodnight.
I will be but a moment, my pet. You are intruding upon a loving, intimate moment, and I dislike disruptions. I have given him what he always wanted. Where is the harm in that? All emotion is intangible. You cannot see it, cannot grasp it.
But it is normally caused by something real. Real events, real people. What you've done to him is abhorrent.
I saw his loneliness and longing for a family that loved him.
A family where the wife and children are in reality the same person, thing. That defines creepy.
How long will you keep him in this stupor? Will he know it when his body fails and death claims him?
A short, blissful existence is preferable to an interminable one of misery. What happiness! He has gone through life empty, resentful of his vows. You would return him to this? I want nothing from you. I have what I need. All I ask is that you leave us alone. Then you leave me no choice. Help! There are bandits at the door! They're going to murder the children!
They will not get past me!
Unliving wretches!
This is obviously an area in the game where role-playing comes in. Are you the type of character to never trust a demon no matter what? Are you the type
This
of
should be
character
easy
who's
enough.
willing to make bargains with demons? Are you the type of person who might agree that a incredibly short but blissful life is better than a long life of monotony? Do you think that the Templar should have at least had the option to find true love and happiness on his own? Do you think it's likely for a Templar to be able to find those things? It doesn't severely impact the game no matter what you choose, so that's definitely one of those options where your morality / your character's morality comes in. And here's a bunch of codexes. Read them, or fast forward at your leisure. Have fun. The next chapter of our Mage Tower here is actually really involved, so I'm gonna take the time to show you some codexes and talk to some party members, specifically Wynne, before we advance to that next one. Just because it's... I've played it 100 times and I still hate it.
On it.
Yes? Is there something you wish to discuss? If not, we should hurry. Time is of the essence. Adrala was a bard in the service of Divine Clemens I during the Second Exalted March. The schism had split the Chantry into the one we know and the Imperial Chantry in Tevinter. There was much mistrust of the Tevinter Imperium at this time, as you can imagine. Even though the Imperial Chantry forbade blood magic, the Chantry, our Chantry, did not believe them. After all, many of the Tevinter mages, and even their Magister Lords, had used blood magic with impunity throughout history. Together, with the help of the Chantry and its Templars, Adrala wrote the Litany to protect against the mind-controlling abilities of blood mages. I don't see why it shouldn't. Reciting the Litany breaks any existing mind control and prevents future attempts at domination from being successful. Uldred. It's uncharitable of me to speak this way, but I never liked him. He was a squirrely, twitchy sort of person. He never mentored the apprentices, never taught. He didn't seem to care much for the Circle, only his own advancement. Call it woman's intuition. I'm sure Uldred has some redeeming qualities. He probably has a perfectly good reason for not displaying them. You have seen the demons, haven't you? We will doubtless see more of those. But I fear the abominations more. They are no longer human, and are driven only by their lust for destruction. Your confidence is both inspiring and disturbing. Ah, a long story. It all started when I returned from Ostagar. I was at that ill-fated battle, and I survived barely. I was in no state to travel, so I stayed at Ostagar to recuperate and help the wounded. Uldred, on the other hand, left for the tower almost immediately. When I finally returned here, I found that Uldred had all but convinced the Circle to join Loghain, the man who nearly destroyed us all. I cannot fault the Circle, though. Uldred had a persuasive argument, and how could they have known what happened in Ostagar? The alliance with Loghain would have been to the Circle's advantage. According to Uldred, once Loghain was in power, he would order the Chantry to give us more freedom. Well, I told the First Enchanter Irving what Loghain did on the battlefield. I revealed him for the traitorous bastard he is. Irving said he would take care of it. He called a meeting to confront Uldred. But something must have gone wrong. I emerged from my quarters when I heard the screams. They were coming from the meeting room, and it wasn't long before I saw the first abomination running down a mage. It deteriorated quickly then. It must have, though I don't know for sure. The creatures came from that direction, as far as I could tell. Right now, when lives are at stake? Perhaps we should leave that for later. Besides, what is the point of that? One should let one's actions speak for themselves, and let others form their own opinions. Oh, along. I cannot fault the Circle, though. Uldred had a persuasive... That is my suspicion. Uldred always wanted power. Perhaps Loghain promised Uldred the position of First Enchanter, once they had dealt with the Blight. Well, I told the First Enchanter Irving what Loghain did on the battlefield. I revealed him for the traitorous bastard he is. Irving said he would take care of it. He called a meeting to confront Uldred. But something must have gone wrong. I emerged from my quarters when I heard the screams. They were coming from the meeting room, and it wasn't long before I saw the first abomination running down a mage. It deteriorated quickly then. I found Petra first, and we were trying to fight our way to the meeting room to help, but we came across Irving. He was fighting a terrifying abomination, and he told me to get as many as I could to safety. I had to obey. That was the last time I saw Irving. A little. If I hadn't said anything, perhaps we would not be here now. But they needed to know the truth about Logain. What is done is done. Let us see if we can put things right. Onward, then.
At your service.
Look, Pupper's brought us booze. And through here is my own personal little Dragon Age Origins hell.
Oh, look, visitors. I'd entertain you, but too much effort involved. He's just resting. Poor lad. He was so very weary. You want to join us, don't you? Wouldn't you like to just lay down and forget about all this? Leave it all behind.
Can't keep eyes open. Someone pinch me.
Resist. You must resist, else we are all lost.
Why do you fight? You deserve more. You deserve a rest. The world will go on without you.
We're gonna stop here and continue in the next video. By the way, for all that I'm bitching about this, the combat is not that difficult. It's just that it's a goddamn maze and I can never fucking remember how to get through a particular level and it drives me up the wall.